And the Commission of Inquiry into the Shakahola tragedy has been sworn in despite the opposition Azimio la Umoja's rejection after Odinga moved to court accusing President William Ruto of acting in contravention of the Constitution by forming the Commission of Inquiry, insisting that the power was vested in Parliament. Also sworn in was the task force on the legal and regulatory framework governing religious organizations, tasked with coming up with suggestions of how religious institutions can self-regulate. As Chimutai Goin now reports, an ad hoc committee established by the Senate last week to probe the Shakahola tragedy is set to kickstart its sittings on Wednesday.
Despite Azimio's opposition to President William Ruto's formation of the Commission of Inquiry into the Shakahola tragedy, its leader Raila Odinga having made good his threat to move to court to challenge the constitutionality of the commission at the Milimani Law Courts.
I, Jessie Lesit, having been appointed the chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry.
The 8 members of the commission, led by Lady Justice Jessie Lesit, took their oath of office, vowing to diligently carry out their duties and unearth what transpired in the Shakahola forest.
It is a daunting task. It is no easy task, but we shall do it to the best of our ability, even as we have taken an oath before God and declared that we shall do our best.
The president, while forming the judicial inquiry, had tasked with the responsibility of unmasking the truth behind the activities of the Paul Mackenzie-led Good News International Church and bring to book all responsible for the deaths of more than 100 people, including men, women and children. The commission's terms of reference include to inquire into the matter of the deaths, torture, inhumane and degrading treatment of members and persons linked to the Good News International Church, and recommend specific actions that should be taken against those responsible, including admonition, regulatory actions, reparations or criminal investigation. Also taking their oath of office, despite criticism by a section of religious leaders, was the Reverend Mutava Musyimi-led task force on the legal and regulatory framework governing religious organizations.
I, Bishop Mark Karaoke.
The task force's main responsibility will be establishing, through the Office of the Registrar of Societies, the number and activities of religious groups in the country, including their registration and compliance status, and audit the legal and registration framework for religious organizations in the country, and also propose ways to prevent religious organizations from extreme indoctrination of their followers, including radicalization, spiritual and financial exploitation.
Shakahola has been a tragedy. It's a festering tragedy. And no doubt there are many other Shakaholas quietly happening in this country, sadly. And for us to be here today in this double-pronged intervention, I think must underscore the weight of this issue.
We must act swiftly and decisively to bring justice to the victims and to their families, to prevent recurrence of such incidents, and to protect the rights and welfare of our citizens from any form of religious manipulation or coercion.
Meanwhile, another ad hoc committee formed by the Senate, chaired by Tana River Senator Danson Mungatana, will kick off its meeting Wednesday at noon as it seeks to unearth the circumstances that led to the deaths in Shakahola, Kilifi County. First to face the committee will be Attorney General Justin Muturi, who is expected to, among other things, explain registration and the status of religious organizations in Kenya. Chimutai Goin, Citizen TV.